Time for MrTruck, reviewing the latest innovations for your truck and trailer.
MrTruck here with Morgan, and we are reviewing a new 2020 Toyota Tundra TRD PRO. It's an off-road package. These are half-ton trucks, and it has the 5.7. And we're pulling a Cimarron, a new one. It's got 4-horse, so we just got this rascal. So you'll see us pull this trailer quite a bit now. So Morgan, how much power does this truck have?
So this truck is going to be equipped with 381 horsepower and 401 foot-pound of torque.
Cool. Now, what is your website for people contacting you about buying this trailer?
So if you want to contact us about this trailer or any ones that we have on our website, the website's www.transwest.com, and then you'll just go down to inventory, down to horse trailers, and you'll see everything that we have in inventory. And then if you want to get a hold of me specifically for it, you can email me at Morgan, morgan.knoll, knoll, at transwest.com.
Oh, cool. Well, there you have it. So watch the review.
Truck. So this Tundra's got the leather interior, and then you can see the little details. They've got leather or stitching, red stitching on the seats. I'm going to climb in here, show you guys. So I'm 5'9", still got plenty of space in here for me to fit. Reach the pedals perfectly and everything. Down here you'll see you've got a bunch of different buttons. So you got the mirrors, the door light on and off. And this one, actually, we're going to show you this one. It's going to be for the headlights. So you can choose which label you want them on, and that's going to tilt them up or down depending on what kind of load you have on your back, so that way your headlights aren't facing towards the sky and you can't see anything at night. And then right down here we've actually got a switch for the rear window. So this goes down. See how that window goes down. All the way back there, and then it comes back up too, and it's all on the switch. So that's a really nice feature. Okay, the back seat here, as you can see, pretty big back door. You got a big back seat. This thing has plenty of space and storage and everything if you wanted to. I mean, if you're going down the road with a lot of stuff. So I'll hop in right here and show you how much space I have. So again, I'm 5'9". Like, there's plenty of space. Yeah, I can sit here like this and not have to worry about kicking anything. Yeah, nice truck. Lever. So flip the seat up. All you do is hit that lever, and that comes up, and it does click into place too.
Cool. Both of them do that. That's awesome.
Yep, both of them do that. So you can, I mean, if you don't need the seats, flip those up, and you got a lot of space back there.
Cool.
Hi guys, Morgan Knoll here with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. We're showing you the 2020 Cimarron North Star bumper pull 4-horse. I'll just show you right here. This does have an escape door on it, so really convenient, and I know it's something that's a little more rare when it comes to bumper pulls, so that's always nice to have if you wanted to use this front stall as a storage stall instead of for a horse, and that way you can access it from this door and not have to go through horses to get into it.
Cool.
4-horse bumper pulls are a little more custom trailers because it is a lot of length on them. But this trailer, you do have the escape door on the front, drop downs on the head side. So again, Cimarron's super easy to use. They click into place so that you can go down the road and you're not having them flap against the trailer. Jail bars do come down. You got windows that slide open. 2 6,000-pound torsion axles on there. And you got quite a bit of length, and you'll see. And then back here, I'll just show you the inside here real quick. So this trailer, we've got the stud stall on that first stall. If you wanted to use it, you got a naughty horse, or if you wanted to load equipment in there and use it as a 3-horse, you could also do that. Cimarrons come with the insulated roof, and that is standard on them. Cimarron's going to be sitting, you got the strongest upright posts on the market and the strongest flooring on the market for an all aluminum trailer. Really nice trailers to get into. Definitely something, if you're look into Cimarron. They're nice trailers.
If you have a short bed truck, you know it's not easy to hook up to a gooseneck. Pop-Up came out with these extensions from 9 inches to 16 inches to keep you from breaking out your back window when you're pulling a gooseneck trailer. And everybody uses a short bed. That's the most proper truck there is a crew cab short bed. So protect that window.
Now this is a real haul-in truck. Has a factory brake controller and it's got a tow haul button. What else could you want? This is how you properly equip a truck to tow trailers. Alrighty. We are in beautiful Poudre Canyon on the way to Walden, outside of Fort Collins. Yes, by myself. I'm all by myself again. Anyway, going down the road, testing out this Tundra 2020. It's a TRD Pro, Crew Max, 4-wheel drive, all the toys. We're going to see what we can see with it. And pulling this new 4-horse Cimarron trailer. This is going to be a trailer we're going to use quite a bit, me and TFL Truck. Especially ordered it so we would have the trailer we wanted. And we're flying down the canyon. Oh, this canyon's beautiful. You get really close to the rocks on it. And this is the 5.7 V8. And it's a great engine. It's got TDR Pro dual exhaust, and it comes out each side like we used to remember them, and it really sounds awesome. It's got great sound. And this truck is rated to tow 9,800 pounds. From what I can tell, this trailer weighs about 4,780, so we're nowhere near the max. During this virus, though, it's hard to get the weight I want at times, so we're going to do the best we can towing this trailer. That's right under 5,000 pounds. And this is a 6-speed automatic with this. And the cool part is it still has a 430 rear end. And what's neat about that is it's like the only truck out there other than a Ford F450 pickup truck that has a 430 rear end. Well, I actually guess some of the 250 Tremors now are offering a 430 on the gas with that 7.3. So there's about 3 of them out there now. But these guys have had it since birth, which I don't know, goes clear back to 2007, I think, whatever it was. I was at the launch when they went from the small Tundra to the big Tundra. And that was after the Tundra 100 or the T100. So we've had several of these almost full-size, and this is the first real full-size truck with this Tundra. And the Crew Max is awesome. It's one of the biggest cabs ever to be out there, and I've always appreciated it. I always enjoyed it. And then that back window rolling all the way down, that's just a wonderful feature. I think that's so cool, especially for using cameras on stuff. You want to cool the kids off. It's an awesome window. The whole back window rolls down. But I want you to see the scenery up here. There's some awesome cliffs and mountains. Just a cool canyon, and the river runs through here. I think it's the Poudre River. We're in Larimer County. And there's nobody out here, which is really a good thing. It's a good area to enjoy, but we're all on shutdown, and I'm trying to be very social conscious and keep everybody 6 feet away. And I have shields, the plastic shields, and the mask, and the gloves. And you know, I've got this handkerchief that's double layered cotton, so I'm hoping that does some good. But it's you know, I go into a store with this handkerchief and all, they all start handing me money like they think I'm robbing the place. And that's not a good thing. In some places in the country, people are actually getting in trouble for wearing a mask. People think they're robbing them, which is not right. It's one of those things we don't have to figure out. But, you know, it's April, so in April you get quite a bit of the snow starting to melt and the rivers start filling up. And it's cool to watch the white water. But yeah, this truck's powerful, little burger. Now, I'm not really wild about the hood scoop, even though I like hood scoops. I think they look cool. but it blocks some vision. You lose a little bit of vision over the hood. When I'm towing trailers, I like to see everything I can see. I like all the visibility. I know I give GM a hard time. Well, the ones that are functional, I really can't complain about, but the ones they put on their gas engine on heavy-duty GMs, that one I can complain about because it's useless. It's just for looks. Of course, that's kind of what this one is, but it is a look, and a lot of people buy an off-road truck, and they want to look like a cool truck, and this does look like a big macho cool truck, even though women are buying them too. But yeah, this is Poudre Canyon, Poudre River. I keep crisscrossing it. And we'll get into some really cool rocks here shortly, and go over some things with you while we're up here. Of course, you know what Morgan told you, it's 381 horsepower and 401 pound-feet of torque. So it's a torquey little rascal, and it sounds so cool. With a 430 rear end, you know, makes it a good towing machine. It's not necessarily a good fuel mileage machine, but it's got power, and it can do quite a bit. And it's really been a breakout for Toyota. You know, they're trying to keep all their Toyota customers in the family, so they want to offer them as many vehicles as they can, so they don't have to go shopping somewhere else. And it's worked fairly well. I mean, they're still not breaking the big numbers like the big Detroit 3 are, but they're certainly kicking Titan's ass. But yeah, it's quite a truck. We've always waited for a diesel. We'll wait to see it. And this truck's getting kind of old. I think it's 2007, I think. I have to look that up. But anyway, when these came out, so it really hasn't changed any. I mean, they've changed some headlights and some colors, but nothing dramatic. So we're all waiting for a new one. And before the epidemic, the virus came out, I was hoping to see one in the New York Auto Show, or, you know, even the Chicago Auto Show. Now we can't even see one in the Detroit Auto Show. All of these things have been canceled. But we think maybe 2021 or 22, a new Tundra is on its way, and that'd be so interesting. We all want to see that, see what that looks like, because it should be awesome. We've been waiting a long time for a new truck. And we come out with several of these off-road TRD Pro packages, and that's kind of what's kept things alive for this truck, some of these new off-road packages. But anyway, I think it's a beautiful scenery up here. I always like to have that in the background when I review these trucks. Geez, I don't know what that is. That's an awesome canyon. Whoa, cut right into the rock. There's a road back there. That, man, oh macro. But yeah, so Morgan started this trip with me. We didn't, you know, we're doing the socially distancing, so I can't really have her in the truck with me. But when this virus thing is over, we'll do much more reviews with Kelsey and Morgan, and show you the women's perspective on these trucks, what they think of them. And Morgan has a Dodge Diesel 2009, or it's a 17, and we're certainly going to review that with her, pulling her own trailer. But yeah, I like to get different views from a lot of people, and we're certainly going to do that this year. We're also going to be interviewing more engineers on the Zoom thing while we're still in quarantine. It's really hard to get out and about, and since I live out in the middle of nowhere, they still have been able to bring me trucks, so we don't see anybody. They drop the truck off, pick up the other one, and I don't touch anything. They wipe the trucks down, and I don't see them or shake their hand or anything. We do everything over, you know, the internet. And I'll go over a few more options that are on this truck. I'm trying to be careful on these curves, because I'm probably 8.5 feet wide with this trailer. It looks like a 6.5 foot body. If you add fenders, we're probably back up to 8.5. It's a 4-horse, and you saw Morgan talk about it, so it's pretty big for a bumper pull. That's what we wanted. We wanted to be able, if we had to, get all the way up to 12,000 pounds, or, you know, do like we're doing now, we're under 5,000 with it empty. So it's really hard to get 100 trailers to get every single category. So we try to get, you know, 4 or 5 that will fit just about every category. So anyway, hope you enjoy the review, and I'll be going over more stuff here real soon. Well, I found a place to turn around. It's called the Rusty Buffalo Campground. It gave me just enough room to pull the trailer around, make a circle, get back on the highway. But, you know, well, another thing cool about this truck, besides having that 430 rear end, is there's a 38-gallon tank. My goodness, my Ford's got a 436-gallon. That's the biggest, I think, in the half-ton class. And I'm so glad to see it has a brake controller, it has a tow haul mode, all the things you really want. And it looks like it weighs by itself 5,940. Gives me a combined what I'm pulling right now is 10,720 for a 4,780 pound trailer. This 3-horse Cimarron. Yeah. There's another name for it too. What's it called? North Star? I think it's North Star. But anyway, this is an army green. I was going to check and see if there was another way of reading this thing, because believe me, yes, this is better. But it's got a decent payload. It's 1,560 on the payload. And let's see, EPA rates it at 17 on the highway, 13 city, 14 combined. And that's not great. I mean, it's probably one of the lower ones in a half-ton class because of that rear end and all this power. Because most of them get closer to 20, and this one's 17 on the highway. So hopefully the next one, they'll have you some options for axle ratios. I'm really surprised on this 5.7, this V8, that they don't give you a few more options on it. But because it's a TRD PRO, Crewmax 4-wheel drive, it's black leather interior, and of course the army green we talked about. And they make it in San Antonio, Texas. And the MSRP on it, even after the delivery charge and handling fee, is $54,414. So it's not a cheap puppy. It's like almost a very high end. I think they have a, whatever it is, a 1757. They have some other heritage model that's probably a little higher. This has got 18-inch TRD wheels, aluminum of course. It's got the TRD tuned Fox shocks with remote reservoirs, 3-stage compression dampening. So, you know, looking at it, it may not look like much of an off-road truck, but it actually does have a capability with all that. And of course, this has that red contrast stitching, which I really like. Let's see. 6-speed automatic, we talked about that. Of course, it's 4-wheel drive. And it's got the A-track transfer case. It's got a tow package, which gives you that 430 rear end and the receiver hitch. It's got engine coolers and all that. The tow haul mode is really important. Wow, that's what it says, a larger tank. Maybe that's an option. We didn't list a price for it, but man, 38 gallons. That's great. That's wonderful. Of course, you need it when you're only getting 17 miles a gallon on the highway. Let's see. Now, this also has all the safety stuff. I was going to read all that to you because they have the pre-collision system, pedestrian detection, lane departure, automatic high beams, road sign assist, lane tracking, dynamic radar, cruise control, which is really good. It's like adaptive cruise control. And it's got all kinds of stuff on it. If I'm reading all this right, yeah, it shows the Tundra. But they're big on safety, and that's a good thing. Looking forward to that new truck and see what else they can add to it. But yeah, and the adaptive cruise control works really well, even though it's called the dynamic radar cruise control, lane departure, and all that. Electric brake force distribution, brake assistant. Braking's fine on it. I've had to turn actually the gain down a little bit. On a new trailer, you know, it's not broke in, so I turned it up, and it's braking really good right off the bat. So it's got 8-inch touchscreen, JBL 12 speakers, subwoofer, and amplifier. Holy cow! And of course, all the ports. They've got 2 USB charge ports. It's got, I think, 1 in the back. But yeah, it's a neat truck. I'm enjoying it, and I wish I had more time to pull trailers with it, because it does a good job. And you know, it's rated at 9,800 pound trailer. I mean, there's a lot of them that are rated, you know, 12,000, 13,000, but so it's right, and it's with that 430. You would think this would rate higher. I think, you know, they're going to have to do a few things to the springs on the back. They're leaf springs, but it does squat with a load. But of course, this is an off-road suspension, so maybe it has more travel. If it does have more wheel travel, it would naturally squat more. But yeah, and we went up here like switchbacks and handles really well. So the Fox shocks are doing their job. The sway bar is doing their job, and it, you know, it's nice tight rack and pinion steering. It's interesting though that the headlight, and Morgan showed that to you, that you can actually adjust where the headlights are. So if you're loaded too much and you're squatting, you can turn the headlights back down. I get that why they do that, and it's kind of nice if your truck squats. And I know even the heavy duty trucks now, except for Dodge or Ram, with the airbag. All those heavy duty Ford, Super Duty, heavy duty GM, they all squat, you know, full load 4 inches. I wish they didn't squat, but if you squat 4 inches, it'd be nice to have a headlight that turns down so people aren't keep flashing you the whole time you're pulling a trailer. But yeah, this in that rear window that goes all the way down, I just love it. I love it. And it's got defrost built into it too. So now I better get this trailer back over to Trans West and get ready for the next Toyota. I think is a 4Runner coming tomorrow. So I better get my act together. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.